So, I don't know if you see back there, that's Mr. Rick the Dick.
What's up, everybody?
Telling me how he's in a funk today. And that's why, instead of being in a meeting, he's just gonna hang here in the truck while we wrap up this job real quick, because he's in a funk. You know, what's the excuse tomorrow, Rick? Meeting, funk?
You know, it's just one of those things. You ever have those days where you're just in a funk? And I just can't shake it. I don't know why. I'm not irritated, but I don't know why.
Hey, Ethan, have you ever had a day where you're just in a funk?
No.
No?
I think that's just Rick.
What do you think Rick would say if you called him up and you're like, hey, Rick, I'm just in a funk today?
Look, I set you guys...
Yeah, he'd tell you quit being a right?
I set you guys up with success today. There's 4 of us here. You only need 2 or 3 to work. I'm just here to supervise at this point.
You know what? This weekend, I was like, hey, Rick, if there's an opportunity for me to have a day off, I need to figure this software out for work, right?
Look, yeah.
But he's taking a day.
Yeah. Hey, look, we showed up this morning to a grinder pump, and I was going to get you set up so you could actually work. And the incompetency is just gone. So I had to come up with this brainstorm idea because the riser's 14 feet deep.
You hear how he's wording this? He's setting me up for success.
You're like, I don't know what
work.
You're like, I don't know what to do.
While he can just be in a funk.
I just don't feel like working today.
You know what? I feel like that a lot. Look at how polite Matt's being with the ramp so he doesn't wake up anyone in the neighborhood. Remember being new, getting machines off of the trailer and how nervous you were? You were convinced you were going to roll over? Ethan's still in that stage of his operating career. Oh yeah! I think we were here about 2.5 hours, somewhere in there. We got her all buttoned up. Ethan is now spreading his seed amongst the world, across the land. He's doing a fine job. Say hi, Ethan.
What's up?
Doing a fine job. So that's what we're left with. We essentially took the valve out, like we talked about, hard plumbed it in, new electrical, everything, and instead of having a big old ugly 4x4 sticking out about here, the homeowner is left with a nice yard and just one little lid. That's all we got. So we're gonna get this all cleaned up and buttoned up, and then we're on to the next one. The next one we actually started the morning with. It's turning out to be a challenge. It's a grinder pump that's failed. We go over to the house. The guys that originally built the house decided to put this grinder pump like 14 feet in the ground, which is fantastic for serviceability. So we are having to hodgepodge together a tool to get the bolts off so that we can get the lid out, because it's 12 feet down in the ground or so. It's a good time. I'll meet you guys over there. We'll kind of walk you through what we're dealing with. So we're gonna all get chained down and get out of here. All right, guys, we are now on the job that I was telling you about earlier, that pump chamber. You're like, oh, there's a little unsuspecting hole. It must be close to the surface, right? Nope. I don't even know if you guys can see down there. Way down there. So that's what we have to figure out. How to unscrew and then lift that thing out of there. That's the challenge. So we showed up this morning and we thought we could jam this out in like, you know, an hour. Nope, we had to retool and come back. So we have rigged up a socket on the end of a long rod. We're gonna try to get the bolts out that way, and then it should pull up somewhat easily in theory. We'll see what happens. All right, everybody, here's what we got going on. The homeowner has fabricated this lovely jank socket to the end of some threaded rod, but come to find out it's the wrong size socket. So now we're gonna take that off. We're gonna put an extension on it so that we can now switch out our socket. And then we'll have just a 12-foot long socket on a pole.
Unlike twisting rods.
Yeah. So this is like fabrication at its finest right here.
Nah.
Come on now.
Really not fun.
Give yourself credit.
It's ugly MIG welding tool steel to galvanize.
You know what? It's better than anything Rick or I'd put together. It'd just be a lot of electrical tape and some super glue.
Yeah.
Put that on the end.
Oh, look at that.
Gives me a bunch of room to booger weld it on.
Yeah. Rick's good at
You got
touching
some
hot things.
pliers? I'll hold that
Yeah.
half-ass straight for you.
Yep,
Close
I
my
have
eyes.
some vice grips.
Safety squints.
Yeah. He's about to weld, so.
You just gotta squint
I'm
harder.
I'm not even gonna squint.
Squint harder.
Yeah.
Put it on your nipples, Rick.
Yeah, right. Nah.
Into the
We're
camera.
just gonna give it just the tip.
Just the tip. Just the tip. That's about the
You know.
that's
this
about
is,
the length of sleeve you need, isn't it there, Rick?
Yeah. Wow, short hitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of the rapid fire action.
It's pretty bad when the homeowner's out here helping
Yeah.
fixing his own.
Look at there. Look at there. That's
Alright.
way better than anything Rick or I was gonna do. All right, moment of truth. Does it work? Do we have the right size? Boy, she is long and floppy, isn't she?
She is. I don't have experience with that long of a rod. Boy, that is some sizzling.
Our viewers. Well, good thing you got that nice and coated in poo water.
Oh yeah. It's smaller.
With Rick, it's always smaller than you think.
Oh yeah. Here.
I ain't grabbing that. Actually, how hot do you think it is? You've been cool. No, that's poo water, damn it.
Yeah,
I almost
water.
barehanded it. Hey, I brought the gloves.
Yeah, gotta have gloves. This is where you're gonna have some hygiene.
Some hygiene.
Some hygiene.
I haven't showered for 3 days, but by God, I'm gonna put a glove on.
It's a 6-point socket. I grabbed a couple of 12 points.
Alright.
1/2 inch and 7/16.
Let's try
12 points should be easier to get on there.
Alright. Try the. That guy's not
You
too
want to go
bad.
smaller to 7/16?
Yeah, let's try that for now.
Problem is there's some scum on the surface.
Yeah.
Feel it?
Feel something.
There it is.
Can you see it?
Come towards.
Oh, I see it.
Yep.
There we go.
That's the
Clean.
problem is there's a little bit of sediment on it.
Yep. Clean that off.
Yep.
That's why I
Towards
was
you
just
just a
fishing
hair.
around. I see the other one over here.
Do you?
Yep.
You want me to keep my light where it is?
Yep.
Oh, I see it.
I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Why?
Why? I got somebody's breakfast, lunch, and dinner on me. That's a 2-footer. 2-foot grinder pump. She's definitely run her life. Ooh, what you got floating down in there? Rope?
I don't know.
You definitely got
More than
definitely got more than in there.
I got a hook that I can put on the end of this pole.
That'd be a bad idea.
And we
All right, so a quick end of day update here. We got the pump out and we've got a call into the supply house, which is about to close. The guy that deals with grinder pumps is already gone for the day, so we won't have a definitive answer on when we can get a replacement pump until tomorrow morning. So we've got the old pump out of the hole. We're gonna put the lid back on and just kind of loosely screw the bolts down so that the hole's safe. And then we will retool tomorrow and figure out what the plan is for getting a pump in here, or if we just need to bring the tank or the pump truck back out here and pump for a couple days and wait for a new pump. So tomorrow we'll tell. So that's going to be it for today. Catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. We are back on the septic job that we did a few days ago, that we got the field all fluffed and everything. We got the pump chamber installed. Today we are here to install the actual field, and we're starting to play around with GPS for the first time on a job. So this is our new toy. Excuse me, pardon me. For those of you who followed us for a while, you know we've had the skid forever. That's kind of our core business piece of equipment. But the new thing is this fancy old Level Best blade. Thank you to the guys at Level Best. They hooked us up with that blade. And then big thank you to the guys at Unicontrol who hooked us up with the GPS solution for this guy. We are doing some experimentation with these guys, really putting their system through the test. And they opted to throw it on a Level Best blade. The guys at Level Best were willing to play ball with us, let us experience the blade. So really, really cool stuff.
Well, just got done hauling 150 tons of sand with the old tandem axle. You can see Brian's got the GPS up and running. We're gonna go back there, see how he's been making out. Boy's got a bunch of material. Got the old little gas power excavator. It's been a work pony today. Keeping it simple, keeping it small is sometimes the easiest route to go, especially in some of these extremely tight lots. We got this pressurized system going in here up in Michigan. Brian's been down into GPS, learning how to play with the skid and the grader attachments. Actually pretty slick. We've used GPS before. The autos are nice. It's just that learning curve again when you get set up and you're trying to get away from the old trusty handy dandy laser and grade pull. Slick as could be, it's still just putting the confidence and the faith into the GPS is really where I lack. Even though you know it's pretty accurate, pretty right, I'm out here always double checking it with the laser. Yeah, yelling at Brian saying, hey, that's wrong, something's wrong. And lo and behold, he didn't have something turned on, or he was roughing it in without even informing me what was going on, which is fine. Brian's really good at technology and heck of an operator. But GPS on there, we're gonna let it be a game changer. Ethan and Matt got the pressurized sewer all hooked up, riser in. Looks like they're buttoning up the filter, 4-inch or 6-inch. You got a 6-inch filter in there? 6-inch. Had to bust the old septic tank out, so they're putting on some rapid cement. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Way better for service too. So actually go a lot longer in between intervals between pumping. The 4 inches, I've seen them clog within first 9 months to a year. The capacity, those 6 inches will do about 2 to 4 years, depending on proper maintenance and what people are flushing down the old toilet. So Brian and I are actually getting ready to head up to a dealership and go look at a service truck. We've been needing a utility truck for a while, and I've looked at a lot of them, and I think I want to probably get another Ford. Really like the Ford trucks, and I think I'm just going to build a fleet of them. So boys are getting ready to head over to the bottle facility, wrap up rest of the restoration, get that ready. We got some stairs getting set tomorrow. Brian and Matt will be doing a water line for the city. I don't know what I'll be doing. Putting my feet up, hanging out, hauling sand, riding my bike. I don't really know. I'll be out of sight of Brian. I know that. I don't want him to catch on with my old habit. So we'll check in a little bit.